Hi, this is Natalie Rydstrom from SBR Picks. Malmo host Olympiakos in their second match from Group A in the group stage. Malmo failed to score in the game against Juventus, whilst Olympiakos, who were the predicted underdogs, caused the upset and beat Atletico Madrid 3-2. How will this match play out? Well, joining us now to talk more about this match is sportswriter and SBR contributor Kevin Stott. Kevin, welcome to the show.
Good afternoon.
Now, looking straight to the three-way line, Kevin, I like the odds for the away win, and that's priced at 2.1. But the question is why are they as high as that, considering their performance against Athletic Madrid? Are they factoring Malmo's home advantage?
I think that's obviously you're going to always figure in the home advantage in soccer and football very heavily, and I think that's the reality here. The fact that they beat Atletico is probably worth 50 to 75 cents in this line, built in to the line that's out there right now. So obviously the odds makers, Olympiakos has earned the respect of the odds makers in that particular context.
Mm-hmm. Will you play the winner's market?
That's a tough one. That's a real tough. I was thinking about that. I think I would probably. It would depend. Honestly, it would depend on my bankroll at that point in time. But I think this is a game that I might lay off of because it's so tough. Even though I have an opinion on Olympiakos, it's just a tough handicap in the whole spectrum of what's available in all the gambling markets and in the Champions League.
Mm-hmm. Well, Malmo, they're not predicted to qualify, or even, they're predicted to finish in last place. I am backing Olympiakos in this match, but my question is whether I stretch it to Olympiakos half-time, full-time, and that gives odds of 3.6. Now, to our viewers, would you recommend that bet?
Yes. I mean, not yes in a touty, heavy type of way, but if you're going to gamble on this game and you want to try and create some value, have some fun, and try and possibly get a win along the way, I think that's the way to go, Natalie. I think that you would want to gamble, because this is gambling, gamble Olympiakos both halves, coming off how they played against Atletico on the road, at home against the team that was better, the team that's theoretically supposed to win the group, and then going and playing the worst team in the group. I think that there's going to be goals in this game, and I think knowing that, you work backwards and you say who's going to score those goals. And I think Olympiakos should at least have 2 or 3 of those goals. Therefore, with 2 halves, you're hoping they're going to get a goal in each half, and that's where that bet came from.
Now, based on the first matches, would you say that Olympiakos have a good chance of qualifying, or is your bet still on Juventus and Atletico Madrid to qualify?
That's just a great question. I'm going to stick with the original hunch that Atletico and Juventus find a way to qualify. The big thing about this game, and another good handicapping angle for anyone backing Olympiakos on this particular game, Natalie, is the fact that Olympiakos now has to play Juventus, Atletico back to back to back. That could be 0-0-0. They could get no points in 3 straight games. The handicappers, even their coach, would probably think, yeah, we're going to lose probably to Juventus, and Atletico. Therefore, they're scared to death, right? So they're going to use all that fear in this game and try and get a win, try to go to 2-0 in the group, get 6 points, have some comfort zone, knowing that rough waters are ahead.
Yeah. Now, Olympiakos has quite a tough defence. In their last 5 matches, they've kept a clean sheet twice. Could we see a clean sheet from the visitors, or can you see Malmo scoring on their home turf?
I think that's the clean sheet would be a tough bet in this one, because Malmo still has to play Atletico and Juventus at home. It's going to be tough for them to get a goal, let alone the win at home against that big differentiation in quality. That's just a huge step up for them. Now, in this game, Olympiakos, at least they're going to think they can win. And therefore, they should probably want to treat the home fans to at least a goal, right?
Yeah.
Or at least have some hope along the way. So if they get shut out here against Olympiakos at home, they're in trouble. So I'm giving them a courtesy goal, so to speak. I'm assuming that they're going to score a goal at home against the one team they can beat in the group, just to appease the fans. If not, they're you and I, they are in trouble because of the group they're in, because they're Malmo. But yeah, I think that they could get a goal here.
Now, there's one thing wanting to be able to score a goal. The question is can they? Now, winning to 0, that's priced at 3.6 here. Both teams to score, as you sort of think what may happen there, is 1.96. Or you can combine the Olympiakos win and both teams to score. That gives you very nice odds of 4.74. What do you think of the latter bet there?
I think that's brilliant. I wish that was my idea. I know I wrote this big long column for Sportsbook Review about it, but to boil it down into its simplest element, and if you're a gambler and you want to have something, that's a great way to do it, Natalie, right there. Olympiakos to win the game, combined with the both teams to score, something that we don't have here in Las Vegas, which is a great reason why offshore is so much better in the context that you can do what you want with the game backwards. Yeah. And that's I like that. Olympiakos, both teams to score, 4.74. That seems very smart.
Well, another way also to play that sort of that combination bet with the Olympiakos win. You know, you said that you're expecting goals here. The over 2.5 goals is priced around 2.15. Now you can combine the Olympiakos win and the over 2.5 goals. Less odds, but maybe people think this. You know, if you think that Olympiakos can keep a clean sheet, then maybe this is the bet that you would go towards. Olympiakos and the over 2.5 goals, and that's priced at 3.3. What do you think of that combination bet?
That's interesting too. That makes me think about the other one, the both teams to score. It comes down to that little skinny reality of giving Malmo, you know, being negative from a Malmo point of view, but giving them that home courtesy goal against the one team that they could possibly draw, could possibly beat, and expect to give the fans a good game from. But I think I'd be a little riskier, and I'd go with the both teams to score, assuming that Malmo gets the goal. Now watch Olympiakos will beat them 3-0, and I'll be embarrassed. But I think the riskier one sounds better, but for a smaller amount of money.
Yeah, very true. Now, what would you say? We've discussed a few bets here. What would you say the top tip then is for playing this match?
I think the top tip, after everything we said, would just be the simple over 2.5 goals plus $1.14.
Yeah.
Get a nice little plus on it. The odds makers think differently than I do about this one. If they're putting a plus on the over 2.5, they think there's going to be no scoring, low scoring, and goals are going to be few and far between. I think just because it's the two of the lesser teams, it's going to be a little more open. Olympiakos is going to have a little confidence from their last game and going to try to go 2-0 in the group, knowing they have Juventus twice and Atletico directly ahead of them in match day 3, 4, 5. That fear is going to cause them to have a quicker pace. That's why I like the over. Olympiakos plus $1.05 on the three-way line isn't a bad bet either.
Yeah, well, you're right. Yeah, the under 2.5 goals is priced at 1.8, but the bet we're going for here, the over 2.5 goals, priced at 2.15. Kevin Stott, thanks for joining us today.
Cool. Thank you, Natalie.
The SBR network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.